Hello, and it is October, 1st of October, and it's the start of Vlogtober. If you're new to my channel, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns, I teach knitting workshops in person and online, and I sell pretty yarns, and there's usually loads of pretty yarns on the shelves behind me, but I'm filming this just after I returned from YarnAddict, well, a few days after I returned from YarnAddict, and I haven't unpacked my yarns left yet. And the sun's just come out and shining in my window, so apologies if the light's gone a bit funny. I look a bit washed out, I think. Okay, so the light's changed again because I now closed the curtain to block the sunlight a little bit because it was a little bit harsh. So welcome to Vlogtober. Today is 1st of October. I'm filming this a couple of days early because on 1st of October I'm actually going to be at a yarn show. It's a yarn show in the town where I live in Cornwall. It's on from 11 to 5 p.m. So if you happen to live in southeast Cornwall and you're watching this in the morning on Saturday, 1st of October, and you fancy popping along, it's in the public hall in Liscard in Cornwall from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I will be there with my yarns, patterns, and a few samples. If you fancy coming along, please do. If not, in a few, my website will be back up and running again. So you can always have a look on the website. I've actually just come back from YarnAddict 2 days ago, and I haven't unpacked yet, so I have to unpack, count everything, try and get my website updated, and then as I'm unpacking it and counting it, I'm going to pack it into the containers I'm going to display it in on Saturday, because I can't take as much as I took to YarnAddict on Saturday, because I have a much smaller stall, because it's a small local event, so I have a smaller stall. So very busy week this week, so I'm recording this a few days ahead just to try and give myself a bit of a chance of getting through this week, because it's really busy. Okay, so I thought I would take this video to introduce myself, talk a little bit about my plans for Vlogtober. I normally tend to forget about Vlogtober. I was quite good last year about doing Vlogtober videos, but I tend to like go on YouTube. I probably go on YouTube most days and watch videos, and normally I will go on YouTube on October the 1st, and there will be a Vlogtober video, and I'm like, oh, it's Vlogtober, maybe I should film something and upload something. So usually I feel a bit like I'm on the back foot, but this year I've been thinking about it a lot, but I haven't really planned anything, and I've been thinking a lot in this last week about what I'm going to do for Vlogtober. One thing I will say is there definitely won't be daily videos, because I just won't have time for that. October is going to be a quite busy month. I have quite a few workshops. I'm going to be in Spain for a week, which I was also in Spain for a week last year during Vlogtober. So hopefully I'll be able to film a little bit when I'm in Spain. My plan is most of the time to film some short daily snippets about what I get up to, knitting related, and probably also some non-knitting related. So if we go for a walk somewhere nice, or we go out somewhere nice, I might film a bit of that. And the plan is to share more frequently but shorter videos. So I want to try and make sure that most of them are less than 10 to 15 minutes long. I will probably try and edit most of them, at least the shorter ones, on my phone and upload them from my phone, because that will save me a lot of time. Filming, uploading it to my laptop, editing it on my laptop, and then saving it and then uploading it to YouTube all takes quite a lot of time, and I just know I won't be able to do that every single day. So my aim is to post probably about 4 or 5 times a week. There will probably be some longer videos like my regular podcast episodes. There might be some of those in between. I have a couple of tutorials planned in between. I think the sun's gone away now, so I'm going to actually open the curtain again because it's going a bit dark. That's a bit better. It's very tricky, this room, because in the afternoon, and I'm filming this just after lunch, the sun shines straight in here if the sun's out, and then if the sun goes away it can get quite dark in here. So apologies for the weird lighting situation. But I wanted to tell you about this. I've actually just recorded the introduction to a tutorial for how I wove in the ends and how I block this. So that'll be out possibly tomorrow, possibly on Monday. I haven't decided yet. Probably on Monday, probably on Sunday, I think. But this is the Trenor Mobius brioche Mobius cowl. So it's cast on using the brioche, using the Mobius cast on, which So it's cast on using the Mobius cast on, which actually gives you a twist in the cast on. So it's a very special cast on. It's not a normal cast on, it's a very special cast on. So you're actually casting on 2 circles of knitting at the same time, and you have a twist in it. So when you're knitting, you are knitting from the center. So this is where my cast on is, and I'm knitting in both directions at the same time. So I'm knitting that way and that way. So every time I've completed one complete round, I've done one round that way and one round that way. It's quite magical, really. But this is has a brioche pattern, so it doesn't really have a right and wrong side. This is one side and that is one side. I think it's probably easiest to see here because there's more contrast between these colors. But can you see here how the pink is dominant? Then if you look up here, which is the equivalent, you can see the yellow is dominant. So if you think of it, that at one side you have the, say, right side, on this side you have the wrong side, for example. It's not quite the right or wrong side, but, and then if I flip it over, the colours reverse. It's quite a fun thing to do. So this is the Trenor Mobius cowl, and it is available on Payhip and Ravelry now, so I'll put the links to that below. There is a project vlog which was uploaded a couple of days ago, and there is going to be a tutorial on how I've woven the ends and how I blocked it. And there's also a tutorial coming later this week on how I joined in the yarn, because I knitted in the yarn, or I knitted over the ends as I was changing yarn. Because this used a set of mini skeins, I changed yarns, I changed one colour every 10 rows, I think it was. So I used a method called clasped weft join. So I got a tutorial on that coming in a few days. And that's the other thing I'm thinking this month for Vlogtober, is I might throw in some short tutorials as well. At the moment I'm working on a deadline project, so I can't share a lot of my knitting at the moment because it's for a magazine. I'm hopefully finishing it this weekend. I have a couple of smaller projects I need to knit for some workshops that are coming up, so I'll be able to share those. And I'm also thinking about starting a scrap blanket. I want to make a blanket. I kind of abandoned one crochet blanket which I wasn't that keen on, and I have a lot of leftover sock yarns, just odd small bits of leftover sock yarn. So I'm thinking about making a scrap granny stripe blanket, because I wanted to do that for a while, but I wasn't very keen on making a blanket just using one strand of sock yarn. But I was thinking there's nothing stopping me from holding 2 strands together, so that's what I'm thinking about doing. So if I can, depends on how things work out with design deadlines and things like that, but I might make that like a regular thing for Vlogtober to show you my progress on that, if I can do a little bit of work on it every couple of days or so. So sometime in the coming week there will be a video from YarnAddict. It'll be a bit of a vlog from YarnAddict, talking about what I was knitting, some stuff I finished knitting and things like that. So that will be coming in the next few days. That will be episode 60 of my Confessions of a Yarn Addict podcast. And then there is the blocking video and weaving in ends video for this, and the clasp weft join video. So there'll be at least 3 videos in the first week, and hopefully there'll be a few more. So whether you're new to my channel or whether you have been around for a while, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and please leave me a comment. And the sun has just come out again and it's shining in my window, so it's made the light change again. That's the joy of filming in this room on sunny afternoons. But I'm not complaining. At least we got sunshine today. It was raining a minute ago, so anyway, thank you for joining me. Just a quick introduction video to Vlogtober, a little bit about what I'm planning to do this month, so I hope you will join me. The next video will probably be, might be tomorrow, might be Monday. I don't know yet. So thank you for watching. I will see you next time.